Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Saturday musical stream that I do on Saturdays. Every Saturday at around noon, I'll get on here and play music of my own design. But first, we're going to check in with old Justin Hawkins and see how he's doing.
Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this
Hello,
is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Regard, well, these are becoming quite familiar surroundings, except for that picture's new.
Ooh.
This is a record that my brother worked on, and he asked me to replace the picture of Jimi Hendrix's shadow with that. It's a great sounding record, actually.
That's cool, but replace Jimi Hendrix? Never replace Jimi Hendrix with anything.
Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about boundaries and also asking whether
Nice
by putting
Rickenbacker
yourself out there as a performer.
I've got that same exact guitar. Rickenbacker 360 in the Midnight Blue. I think. Oh, maybe that's jet black.
Should you accept that you're in the public domain, and as such, you're fair game? I've been in the game for some time now, so I think I'm well positioned to answer some of these questions. But I'll do the theme tune first. Can't say fairer than that, can we? Justin Hawkins rides again. We had a good month on YouTube, actually. Didn't put too many videos out, but they did rather well, and all of them had the a cappella theme tune. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
I've only been allowed out of this
He didn't have his guitar for any of those videos. I think he's on tour.
annex once, and that was to perform at Camp Festival in Shropshire. And I got to meet another celebrity, Justin, Mr. Tumble.
Go on, Tumble!
As far as I'm concerned, the best thing about touring and being like a music performer is interacting with the crowd and the fans. And I think, for me, going around Europe and doing all the festivals and that, it's really just an exercise in finding what it is that triggers a positive reaction from your audience, you know, to try and get them to take part in the way that you'd like them to. But not everybody finds it to be a positive experience. The singer Chappell Roan has been speaking about her experience and looking for answers.
Just answer my questions for a second. If you saw a random woman on the street, would you yell at her from the car window? Would you harass her in public?
No. No.
Would you go up to a random lady and say, "Can I get a photo with you?"
No.
And she's like, "No? What the fuck?"
That is a good question, isn't it?
See, and I wouldn't do this to a celebrity. I think that this kind of behavior is just crap. It doesn't matter. You see Tom Cruise on the street. It doesn't matter. You don't need to go, "Oh my God, that's Tom Cruise. I have to get something from him. I need a thing from him. I know. I'll get a photo with him. I'll get his autograph and sell it on eBay." No. No. Just no.
I think I can count on one hand the number of times that I've asked somebody if I could have a photo with them. I did it recently with Ian Astbury and Billy Duffy because they're from the Cult, but they weren't random ladies. I mean, obviously I understand what she's saying, but she's not a random lady at this point, is she? She's...
Well, sure, but I mean, she's just saying, would you go and do this to some random person? Of course you wouldn't. So why would you do it to a famous? You shouldn't do it to anybody. It doesn't matter if they're famous or not. Just you shouldn't do that.
Incredibly successful pop musician.
Would you stalk her family? Would you follow her around? Would you try to dissect her life and bully her online? I don't care that it's normal. I don't care that this crazy type of behavior comes along with the job, the career.
You can see the frustration. I mean, she's very emotional in this, actually, and it's like, I think she's talking about I suppose for me there's elements of doing the music stuff. There's a whole infrastructure around being an artist, and I think this is one of the things that's bothering Chappell Roan here. It's
What
the stuff that comes with it.
That's got to be an ear plug or something, but that just looks so wild. Like, her ear looks like not a human ear.
Is extreme.
What is that? It's like covering her entire ear hole. There's like a piece of gum stuck in her ear.
It's an implied necessity, and it isn't something that's rewarding for her. You know, like she's an artist, and she wants to be an artist, and that's it. I quite respect it, and it's pretty cool that she's done this in a really unfiltered way as well. It's visceral, isn't it? It's raw.
That does not make it okay. That doesn't make it normal. It doesn't mean I want it. It doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever the fuck you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity.
Yeah, there is an implied ownership. I mean, I think...
Yeah. I don't think that you can get so upset about it, though, because, like he said, it comes with the trade. I mean, it hasn't for me, because I've been unsuccessful. But if I had been very successful, it would have come with the trade, you know? And it's something that a lot of people can't even understand, that you can't even imagine going out and having random strangers just approach you and try to get in your house and like all this kind of crazy stuff. It's almost like at that level of fame, you need the money. You need the money to have like a bodyguard. And like, you know, really rich, successful people are like, for instance, the president, like, this should be looked up, but I'm pretty sure it's real. The president of the United States, like after he's done being president, is not allowed to drive a car ever again. Like you have to have rides because it's too enticing. Imagine you're going to Target and you're on the highway and you see Barack Obama driving next to you. And it's like, oh man, I could get in a car accident with Barack Obama right now and be famous and probably get a bunch of money for it. So it's like, yeah, it's just crazy the way people act. It's just crazy. Let's see what the pros think about it.
This is a different world to the one I live in. You know, like for me, like I do stuff like Patreon. The link's in the description, and I do other stuff which, you know, when you're a cult band and you're doing stuff that's a bit less on a grand scale as the sort of numbers that she's doing. At no point do they go, oh, but you know, I bought your records, so you have to stand there and talk to me now. You know, that when you're a cult band, you don't. That's not. That doesn't seem to be a requisite. But it's kind of like. I think the nature of an audience when you have millions and millions of enthusiasts for a piece of work that you've done, and you might not have.
She looks like a super.
Anticipated having.
She looks like a Sailor Moon character.
That sort of success. But the audience is very transient, so like they'll come and go. You know, everyone has a little moment in the sun, and it can be a moment that lasts for decades. Actually, it doesn't necessarily need to be a little moment. It's however long that period of massive exposure lasts for, it has a much more lasting traumatic effect on your actual existence. You know, I always think that the fame is a kind of trauma. It's like your life is completely changed, and even if you just like have one hit or one hit album or a handful of top tens or just one song that takes off, it changes your life forever, and this is part of it. It interferes with your self-perception, and you feel like you're the property of whoever it is that comes up to you and asks for a picture. And people aren't necessarily sensitive to that because they think, oh my God, that person wanted to do singing, now they're doing singing, they must be well chuffed. Let's get a picture of them, and then they assume that it's a 24-hour party, but it's not. So it isn't fair to intrude on somebody who isn't up for it. Just it's a boundaries question, and I suppose it applies to whatever job you do. This is definitely a justified reaction to it.
Sure.
I quite want to listen.
I don't want to say it's not justified the way she's reacting, because yeah, it totally is. I just want to make the point that if people are ragging you and people are on you and you show them you're mad, oh, they're just gonna get on you twice as bad.
Listen to her music now because I really appreciate what she's saying.
I don't give a fuck if you think it's selfish of me to say no for a photo or for your time or for a hug.
An unsolicited hug is something that people, I think, across the board, reluctantly participate in, if they participate at all. Sometimes I go stiff like that.
That's not normal. That's weird. It's weird how people think that you know a person just because you see them online or you listen to the art they make. That's weird.
Well, it's weird. It's weird on both sides, though. It's weird because, it's weird on both sides. Like, it's weird for the fans too, because they know everything about you. They know all this stuff about you. They feel super close to you. They see you and they think it's like seeing their mom or seeing their childhood like best pet. Like, they get so excited. Like, you make them feel like a little kid. Like, it's an amazing talent to have. Like, I don't know. It goes both ways, you know. I hope she can understand that, like, it's just as weird that they know everything about her, that she knows nothing about them. And of course, how the hell would she? But I'm just saying, it's just as weird. Like, that's why it's weird. It's not weird because this person's crazy and you're just trying to have a normal life after your music career. It's weird because this person knows everything about you and you don't know anything about them. That's what's weird.
Allowed to say no
I
to
guess.
creepy behavior.
That's true. Everyone is.
Okay.
Brilliant. I think she's great. Okay, so anyway, the comments on that post were switched off, but on Twitter, not everybody was sympathetic, including Greg.
Did you just look at me? Did you? Look at me! Look at me! How dare you! Close your eyes!
But others were more supportive, including childless devouring mother. I think she was being quite reasonable. She's skyrocketed to fame and has boundaries. You're not entitled to touch someone for a hug or have their time just because they're a famous entertainer.
Yeah.
Good point, well made. Danny Bot said she has over 40 million monthly listeners now.
Gee.
And she only had a single million before March this year. Only? Shit's intense.
Only a
I don't
single
blame her,
million.
she's just a human being. This is interesting, isn't it? So these are all Twitter remarks, are they? Or TikTok? No, Twitter, yeah. Twitter is usually quite a combative space, isn't it? Like, you see a lot of contrasting opinions and people shouting them as loudly as they can within the character limit that you have there. Stoof wrote, I'm actually very glad she's calling this out because it's unfortunate that this parasocial, here we go, and unhealthy treatment towards celebrities has been so normalised. If you see them in public, leave them alone. I think it's something that you have to be prepared for when you have that kind of success, but in reality, nothing really prepares you for that success. So even if somebody coaches you and allows you to sort of come to terms with the way people are going to interact with you when you become a household name, that's not going to prepare you for all the other stuff. There's other things in the infrastructure that will piss you off. And as I said before, 24 hours of every day is spent experiencing a myriad of different emotions. That's the human experience. These people are human beings. So this is a thing that's bothering her. If someone takes that away from her, there'll be something else. It'll be someone at the label that's pissing her off, somebody who's harassing her, somebody who's putting time pressure on her, and somebody who's trying to maximise the momentum of her career in this moment. There'll be stuff that pisses you off. It happens every day. This is just one of the boundaries that she's establishing, and I think it's awesome that she's doing that. But I don't think that's going to make being famous any easier for her. It is tough, you know. I'm lucky because I was only actually properly famous for about 9 months, I think, and only in like 1 or 2 countries. Whilst I didn't cope very well with all of that stuff, I found it really challenging. But it was a different game. Like from 90s and noughties, people who were famous, they were harassed in different ways by certain publications, and you had. There are pitfalls to being famous, and this is definitely one of them. It isn't necessarily something that you have to come to terms with, but it's something that you need to establish a boundary with, and that's what she's doing. I really think she's done something that's important to her, obviously, but I also think
The weirdest one I ever had, and this is like no fame involved, but just weird people, you know. Well, even if you're just saying you're playing a show somewhere, there's this thing. And it's like, oh, you're the guy tonight kind of a thing, even if it's just so stupid, you know. But I'm playing this show at this bar with my band, and it's like one of our first shows as a band. And this really strange guy comes up to me, I was outside. Oh, it's such a long story. Ex-girlfriend was there. Things went haywire. I'm upset. I go outside. This dude's out there. He's like, aren't you playing tonight? I hope you have a good show. Can I pray with you? And I was like, that's not normal, but sure, you know? So he like took my hands and he started praying, and it was like this really wild, like Spanish thing. Like he was praying, but it was like very Catholic, very like, is this guy possessed by something? It was fucking weird. And so do that, get out of there, go play the show. And then I'm hanging out, like I'm getting my stuff in the back, and this dude appears, and he's like placing his hand on the wall, and he's like, you know, nobody knows we're back here. And then it all fucking hit. I was like, oh my God, this guy thinks I'm gay, and he thinks like we're gonna hook up. So I was sitting on this drum throne. The chairs that drummers sit on are called thrones, and it wasn't even ours. Like, and I was so freaked out. I just like got up and took the throne and left. But yeah, so weird stuff definitely just happens to people that are under any sort of spotlight for any sort of amount of time.
Challenges people's perception of how you're supposed to behave when you recognize somebody, then that's really cool. I think what she'll find is that the longer she exists as an artist and the more she expresses stuff like this, the easier it's going to get.
That's very nice.
And this is just part of the process of adapting to being somebody who's in the public eye. The game changes all the time and you have to adapt to it. Establishing boundaries is one of the most important parts of it. So well done, Chappell Roan.
What's his guitar?
I support you 100% to it.
A Fender? Okay.
Establishing boundaries is one of the most important parts of it.
Oh, look
so
at
well
that
done,
nice headstock.
Chappell Roan. I support you. Establishing boundaries is one of
Look at that nice headstock. Oh, you can like barely. It's like beveled or something.
the most important parts of it.
See? Damn it! You saw
So well
it. You
done,
saw it.
Chappell Roan.
See on my head.
I support you 100%.
His was like.
And you know, as I said to
probably a
Mr.
really
Tumble,
nice guitar.
it's entirely up to you if you'd like to have a picture taken with me. I'd be really into it, but I don't want to waste any of your time. See? Doesn't cost anything to be polite, does it? Justin Hawkins rides again. Use the comment section here to tell me what you think about everything we've discussed today. Watch one of these two videos. Like, subscribe, do all the usual stuff. And if you want to have a picture taken with me, I'd be over the moon. But from this side, and I'd prefer to control it by using my unusually long arm and doing a selfie.
Because my good side's this side. Perfect, Justin.
Fair's fair. All right, see you later, guys.
All right. Now that we've gotten our little Justin fix, it's time. Let's see. Gotta click a couple buttons over here. That one. Check, check, check. Alright, everybody. So the first song I'm gonna sing for you today is called Helsinki. It's off of our second album called Helsinki. The band Briffau, Briffaut. Shabop Shabapa. Lamb on the run, Helsinki. Jump in the gun, it hits me. It took me by surprise. some. You win some, you lose, but don't let it get you down. Don't blot out the sun. Lamb on the run. Thunder claps for the dead. A mission accomplished. Lightning, a flash through the eyes. Let's all the passers by know you're alive. From that flash through the eyes. Oh, thank you, thank you. This next song is called Domino, and it's off of our first album, entitled Maud, because I was really into Harold and Maude at the time. I'm a domino in a line of chess pieces. I will overflow. It's fine. Falling is beautiful for a domino. Now I'm laying down. I wait for you to pick me up. You always seem to come late. I'm a domino like autofocus. The focus on the camera is a blurry, is a little blurry. Let's see what I can do. Oh, that's even worse. Autofocus. Do a better job. Alright, next one's called Moon Suite, and it is a song off of our third album. It's one of, I definitely like this song a lot. I'll tell you that.
Walking down the road, things are changing. I don't always wanna walk that way, like a gingerbread man. I see people on the curb, way down low. Try. Younger version of me sitting down. His feet are small. Faces rearranged in the snow. Lady, Adonis, in a velvet cage, wrapped in cellophane, like a tree branch in the wind. I peel back the shell, but the cage remains. as the moon came out. Only for a moment. I felt something touch me.
Oh, let's get sweaty. Let's get all sweaty when I make my music. Next song's called Ghost Orchid. It's off of a EP, the second EP. Been a good song to me. Hopefully it'll be a good song to you. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Inventory, pull me on it. Matter of meters, he's had enough. I'm getting lost in half thought of winter streets, because I go out pretending I'll never come back. Ghost orchid, come home. I can't come home, because I go out pretending I'll never come back. Because I go out pretending I'll never come back. Pillowcases pull me back down. Oh, I'm defeated. I rip you to pieces. Something is pouring itself in my eyes. I bought you on land and I'll drink you as planned. come back. Because I go out pretending I'll never come back. Because I go out pretending I'll never come back. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The next song I've got for you is called Pomegranate. Ooh, that sounds a bit off, doesn't it? Might need to do a little tuning here. Close enough. Close enough. So this is a song called Pomegranate off of off of Bruffault's second album? Yeah, second album.
there once was a hero, but he flew away from here. He flew away from here last night. But I don't mind to see him go. I don't mind, 'cause he had too much blood on his hands to tell what was wrong from what was right. There once was a hero, but he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it, I'm told. But I don't mind to see him go. I don't mind, 'cause he had too much blood on his hands to tell what was wrong from what was right. There once was a hero. There once was a hero.
Thank you. Pretty nice day outside here. I woke up today and the water in the toilet in the sink was brown, which happens here sometimes. It's a really old house, and basically if construction happens anywhere, ever, then the water turns brown. And it's gross. But I think it's just rock sediment, and it clears out, and then it's fine. And I'm so used to it.
I'm on like year 3 of it. But I got some water bottles just in case. But I was drinking this coffee that I'd made. And then I was like, oh yeah, wasn't the water like brown last night? And then I went and checked, and yeah, it was still doing it. And I was like, great. So I'm just drinking brown water coffee. And so I remade the whole thing with other water. That sucked though. You're probably like, brown water? Yeah, no, you don't want brown water. You really don't. This next song's called Brown Water. It's called Feeling Good. It's off of our second album. Yes. Sold all my treasures for gold. Bought a wooden house on the water's edge. I was sailing up the river. I was sailing down the river, feeling good. 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 Riverboat captain, I was proud to meet you then. Took my boat, I'm swimming. I forgot to wear my shoes. I forgot to sing the blues for you. Good. Riverboat captain, I forgot to ask your name when I was a little boy. I was proud to meet you then. I was proud to meet you then, feeling good. Oh man, I forgot the second verse and I just kind of improv'd it. Oh, whoops. Sometimes these songs, you know them like so well, and you've been playing them for so long, that they just take a vacation all of a sudden. Halfway through a verse and you're like, wait, what's the next word I'm supposed to say? It's gone. The moment you have that thought, you're fucked. Sometimes you can get other things happening though that's just as good or interesting or whatever. This next song is called Magic. It's off our third album. Magic, it was magic, I know. Magic, it was magic, I know. but that's the way it goes.
Thank you, thank you. This next one's called Sidelines. It's a third album. Oh, it's so capo. It's a so capo. This is called a capo. There's a funny video going around that's claiming that these capos don't do anything at all. And that we just put them on to look cool. Actually, they shorten the whole thing. See? So I can play everything I'm used to playing. Except it's way up here because the whole thing has just been shortened. Because that's all a guitar is. It's a bunch of strings that are making vibrations. And I'm over here choosing the distance of vibration. I'm just choosing the length of the string. So if I put my hand here, I'm changing the length of the string from that length to that length, and it makes the sound different. And that's all a guitar is, everybody. It's just a wooden stick with some strings on it that vibrate, and you change how long and short the strings are with your fingers. And that's all a guitar is. Isn't that amazing? That it can do all this wonderful stuff, and that's all it is. Anyways.
I saw a strange man, talking to no one. He said, it's a fact that we're already dead. I have no focus and I like it that way. That's the ticket, the whole picture from the sidelines. Of an address in a bad part of town. At the wrong time of night. Spoketh the deity, and minion did I said two is all there is, and you're in one of them. I walk down the road and I look up to the sky for answers that I cannot see from the sidelines of an address in a bad part of town. At the wrong time of night.
I think it. Bit of a guitar solo at the end of that one, but I can't really do it like this. I'm gonna go quickly see if I can get more coffee in my gullet. just enough for one more cup. I mean, you know, that's made and ready to drink. Actually got new coffee yesterday. Loads of coffee. All right. So the next one I'm going to do for you is called Sun Sweet, and I'm just going to make sure I'm nice and tuned. I actually uploaded on my YouTube some, this video will be on YouTube, but I am streaming this to Twitch live right now, but, anywho, I found some really old live streams and posted those yesterday. I was having fun watching those. But at one point I do this song, and it's so new that it doesn't have a name yet. And I thought that was just so wild, because at this point I've been playing this song for almost a decade or some crazy shit like that. But at the time of the filming of this 2017 video, it was like a new song. And that's pretty wild. Crazy too, because God, it must have been 2 or 3 years more before we were able to put that third album out. And that song was just there. It's called Sun Sweet. Now I'll tell you what it's about. And I swear to God, it's not about me or any of my friends, but I just thought it would be fun to write a song about a heroin addict. Because that's always been like the craziest one. I'll never touch it. Like, you could give me $2 million and I wouldn't touch it. But God, I've had 2 friends now that have OD'd and died from it, and it's so sad. And I remember one of them told me that my music reminded him of it, and I always thought that was really interesting. But yeah, rest in peace to both of those guys, and don't do drugs, kids. Don't do it. I thought about the little things that never were, that never will be. If I don't get clean, if I don't get clean, you must be some kind of angel of ivory ladders, golden-eyed child, golden-eyed child.
shrill. Don't get cool. Don't get hot. 3 o'clock fuzz. 5 o'clock fuzz. Red and blue lights. Let's put 'em in the mirror. She was turning into an angel in the devil's backyard. I asked her, how much should I take? She said, just enough to make you feel alive, but not enough to kill you, then she died. Not enough to kill you, then she died.
Thank you. So yeah, it's about a song where this dude's like doing the H drug, and then he's running out and he's thinking, oh, I should fix my life and change my ways. And he goes out to get more cops, and I was running from the cops, and then it shoots to a little story about a time where he was like with some cool chick and she was doing it, and then she OD'd and died. You know, it's a good song, I think. Crackles off with a nice instrumental bit at the end there with a nice little solo and everything. Check it out if you want to. Easy enough. Briffaut. You Google that, I guarantee will pop up, because that's why I chose that name. So I've got 2 more for you. Thanks for watching. This one's called Soft White. Chill song about adventures, you know? About going out into the world and figuring yourself out.
You don't know what's out there in the least. Set a soft white cloud above the trees. Everyone out there has wanderlust. You don't know what's out there in the least. Set a ship to men with salty teeth. It ain't soft, wide open seas for us. I start to rest a little less here without you. I start to rest a little less. I start to rest a little less here without you. I start to rest a little. You are ghostly white and you have gone. You left the bed you lay upon. You don't know what's out there in the least. Set a soft white cloud above the trees.
Thank you. So I've got one last tune for you. I got it tuned into open G for this one. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty slick. Sometimes I get really confused about open tunings and how to get from one to the other. So yeah, everybody, thanks so much for watching. This has been fun. I like doing this. This is the 4th Saturday in a row that I've done this, and I like it. It's nice to get on here and play some tunes. Yeah. Next week, I'm trying to, so like on YouTube, my name is The Last Bard. My band is called Briffaut, Briffaut. My name is Daniel James Eaton. I also have like more music under that name, Daniel James Eaton. And then my YouTube channel is called The Last Bard. The Last Bard. And I want to change my Twitch handle to that as well. I'm just waiting. It says can't change it for another week or something like that, so I'm just waiting for it to let me. So, because my Twitch handle right now is like just my character from Final Fantasy XIV. Anyways, thanks so much for joining. This last song's from our Briffaut's second EP called The King of the Ganges, back when Briffaut was just me. Long time ago, like over a decade. And this song's called They Interpret Them as Ghosts. Thanks for watching. Please follow, like, subscribe, whatever, if you like this and want to see it again. All right, here we go.
It's been 3 years of salt water and the ghosts flowed freely. You said we'd know when we got there. For a look in your eyes, make a book in your eyes. And I can see them, and you can see them, and I can see them, and you can see them, "36 months of demons, of prophets, of kings. We are centurymen of a meadow. Smell the flowers And I can see them, and you can see them, and I can see them, and you can see them, and you can see them.
Thanks, everybody.